Hi, my name is Jason with AlarmSystemStore.com. In today's video, I'm going to be going through the programming and wiring process for the IPDatatel BAT communicators on the Honeywell Vista alarm systems. This video will apply to any BAT unit, so the BAT Wi-Fi, the BAT LTE, whichever model, as well as any Honeywell Vista panel. So let's go ahead and go to the table and we'll get started. Alright, so we'll start here with the IPBAT Wi-Fi. Now, this is going to be the same process for all the IPDatatel BAT units, so BAT CDMA, BAT LTE, etc. So when you open that up, they'll all pretty much look similar to this as well. There's just the communicator and there's a quick start guide here. You'll probably want to use the full manual when you're doing this, or of course you can watch this video. So to get this open, you'll see at the bottom here there's two tabs, and you're just going to take a screwdriver and lightly pry on these. Doesn't take much. And then at the top there's a plug. On the cellular units, there will of course be an antenna sticking out through there. On this unit, you just have a plug. They use the same case on them. Alright, so in here you can see a few things on here. You have your MAC address followed by the CRC. That's very important for when you're getting your account set up. And then on the side here, you have your terminal strip. And this is the other most important portion here. So they're numbered at the bottom here, 1 to the top, 16. So they're just numbered. To know exactly what you need to use, you'll go to the manual. I have the wiring diagram printed out here. So this is the Vista control panel, or what they're using to represent it. And this is your 16 terminals on the BAT Wi-Fi. So for the Vista panel wiring, you're just going to be using 1 through 6, so tip, ring, positive, negative, and then yellow, green. And then of course on your Vista, ring and tip, so ring connects to ring on this, tip to tip. Then you have your negative, positive, so negative to negative, positive to positive. And then we have data in, data out. So data in is your green wire, data out is your yellow wire. So you're just going to follow this diagram to figure out exactly how you need to wire it. It's pretty easy to follow. So what I always use is just a couple 4-wire connections here. So obviously we only need 6 conductors. So I use just standard 4 conductor, and then I use a second 4 conductor, but I bend back the yellow and green, so I just have 2 of them, or vice versa, but just 2 wires obviously is all you need, and you just want to make sure you use the same color on both ends. So we'll start with the 2 conductor for tip and ring, and again it doesn't really make a difference which way you do this. I'm going to do black for tip and red for ring. So tip is terminal 1. Ring is terminal 2. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. You just have to make sure you keep all your wires straight. So then I get my other 4 conductor wire out here. Terminal 3 is the positive, which is going to be your red wire generally. Terminal 4 is your negative, which will be black. Terminal 5 is your yellow wire. And terminal 6 is the green wire. And just like that. So of course generally you would actually run these wires through this knockout in the back here. I'm not going to bother knocking that out for this video, but you'd run your wires through that so that you can close the lid, obviously. But just to show you wiring up the terminals, this will do for that. So let's go ahead and go over to our Vista panel, and we'll connect these wires to the actual panel. Okay, so here we have the Vista 20 panel. This is just our demo panel. The Vista 15P will be the same exact process. You'll see slightly different terminals because there's 2 less zones, so terminals 18 through 20 would not be there on the 15P. Everything else is exactly the same. So let's go ahead and start with our tip and ring. And so we had used black for tip and red for ring. So you'll go to terminal 24, which is right here, second from the last. Loosen that up, and that is going to be our ring, which is red. And then terminal 23 is our tip. Just like that. Then for our 4 wire connection for the key bus connection here, we already have a keypad connected here, so it's actually pretty easy to see. You're just going to mirror that exactly. If you aren't sure, you can of course look at the wiring diagram on the inside of the panel. It's going to tell you exactly the terminals to use, and you can always reference the IPDatatel manual. But since we already have a keypad wired up, it's really easy. You just go the same exact 4 terminals using the same exact colors. So we got black, red, so those are our power wires, and then we got green. Of course, green is data in, and then we have yellow, which is data out. Alright, so that's all the wiring. I'll go ahead and close the cabinet up here, power it back up, and we'll go through the programming steps. Alright, so once it's powered up, now I've got some trouble conditions, but that's just because of the way it's programmed and wired right now. We're going to ignore those for the purpose of this video. So first thing you're going to do is go into programming, which is the installer code followed by 800, default being 4112. So once it's in programming, you'll see installer code 20 on the screen, as long as you have a 6160 keypad, obviously. So the first section that we're going to look at is section 41. So you'll type in *41, and this, as you can see, is primary phone number. So here you just need to enter a phone number. It doesn't matter what phone number, we just need to trick this dialer to dial out, because it's actually going to, since we're connected to the tip and ring to the IPDatatel BAT unit, it's going to dial out. The IP BAT's going to pick up that dial out and convert it and send it through the Wi-Fi or cellular, depending on the model you have. So to enter in the phone number, you just type it in. I'm just going to do 1-555-555-5555. Once you have it entered in, you just hit star. You get that triple beep. Automatically goes to section 42, but we actually want to skip ahead to section 43, so we'll do *43. Alright, so this is the partition 1 account number. And again, it doesn't really matter what account number you use, so I just type in 1234 and then star. And again, you get that triple beep. Next, we need to go to section 49. So you type in *49, and you want to enter in 5. And that will make sure that all of the communications go to the BAT unit. So then we'll enter *54. And this is your signaling delay. You want to enter 0 so that there's no delay. It'll automatically go to section 55. And again, you want to do 0 so that it does the phone first. *65 will be next. And so this is the open report, and here you'll want to enter 1 if you want the opening and closing, which that's arming and disarming basically. And there's actually 3 of them, one for each partition, so partition 1, partition 2, and then the third is the common partition. So I always just enter 1 3 times. And then it's going to take you straight into section 66, where you'll want to do that again. This is the closing report, or the away stay report. Do 1 3 times. And then you go to section 193. And so this is for Keypad Address 20. So the IPDatatel BAT is actually going to use Keypad Address 20. So you'll want to keep that in mind if you have multiple keypads on your system. You want to make sure none of them are set on Keypad Address 20, because that is what the BAT is going to use. And so to enable it, you're just going to do 1 and then 0. So that's all the programming required. And so once you're done, you'll do *99 to exit. Make sure you use the 99 to exit. Otherwise, you will potentially lock yourself out of programming. It just becomes more inconvenient. So that's all the programming required and all the wiring. Well, I hope you guys found that video really helpful. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. And if you can subscribe to our channel as well, it'd really help us out. The more subscriptions, more likes we get, the more people reach about DIY security. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.